Hey everyone, Rob from Southgate Media Group here. Before we get started with this podcast, we have a quick message. If this is your first time checking out the show, we love that you found us and we really hope you enjoy it. What we have to say is for the subscribers. If you enjoy our shows, would you please donate to help keep these going? We don't want to have to put traditional ads on these shows, but this does cost money. So we really do rely heavily on donations. To make a donation to the show, please go to our website, www.southgatemediagroup.com. Go to the page for the show, and in the upper right-hand corner is a donate button. It takes you right to PayPal, and you can donate whatever amount you want. Thanks a lot for listening, everybody. And now, on with the show.
Welcome to Coo Coo For Who, a Doctor Who podcast. Tonight we're doing a live roundtable from the Blue Box Cafe in Elgin. Let's hear it for the Blue Box. Yeah, we got a crowd tonight, too. I love it. So I'm one of your hosts. I'm Rob Southgate. With me is...
Chris Mao, owner of Blue Box Cafe.
Yes, the owner of the Blue Box Cafe. And... the regular host of Coo Coo For Who,
Molly Southgate.
Yes. So this show, what we usually do on the regular show is we watch an episode of Doctor Who and then we kind of talk it out.
Yeah.
Well, since we're kind of in between, the last episode ended for the season. We don't have the Christmas episode yet. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about what's happened in the 8th season, kind of talk about the last couple episodes. But before we do that, let's do a little trivia. Anybody a Doctor Who fan here? A few people? Okay. So we'll just do a few questions here. These should be really easy. So even if you're not a Doctor Who fan, you might actually know these. What is the title of the first episode of Series 8? You can't answer.
Can I?
Oh, you want to read them? Oh. Yeah. So, okay. Anyone got an answer to that first one? Deep breath.
Correct.
I made a mistake when I took the quiz. I said dinosaurs in New York.
What?
I was so wrong with that answer.
Dinosaurs in New... They aren't even in New York.
I know they weren't even in New York.
For the whole entire episode.
Okay. Let's do this one.
How many Cybermen launched out of St. Paul's Cathedral according to Missy?
Did you hear that one? Yes. How many Cybermen launched out of St. Paul's Cathedral, according to Missy? You are 2 wrong. Anyone else? Nope. Give the answer, Mal.
91.
91. I got that one wrong, too. I said it was 100.
What?
Okay, let's do 2 more quick
Let's
ones
do-
here. You want to do that one? Do it.
What metal is needed to restart the Knight's ships?
What metal is needed to restart the Knight's ships?
Correct.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right, one more here. Do that one.
What popular social networking site do Courtney and Lundvik's grandmother both use? You.
Tumblr.
Right.
Okay, can I just tell you, we watched the entire thing. I'm usually good at like trivia and stuff. I guessed every one of those incorrectly. I said it was Twitter. I said that it was dinosaurs in New York. I mean,
Dinosaurs. They weren't in New York, and
But there was a dinosaur.
I know, but I even remembered it was Tumblr.
Okay, so let's
That's good, Mom.
let's talk out season 8 a little bit. So this season was, for those of you that don't know, there was a regeneration. We have a new doctor, and this happens if you're a Whovian. This is the heart ripper that happens every few years. There's a new doctor, and you got to get used to him. What did you guys think of Peter Capaldi?
We got used to him in the first episode.
That's pretty good. I think that's accurate, too. So I thought he was great. I think he changed the direction of the show and kind of brought it kind of old school, kind of old Doctor Who, more classic Who,
Yeah.
but with the new, the Moffat riff on it. I thought it was good. So.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was really cool. Molly, you were a huge Matt Smith fan, and Matt Smith was the last
yeah.
Doctor.
Uh-huh.
Was it an easy transition for you, or was this painful?
I think it was more painful.
You think it was more painful? Okay. You want to elaborate on that?
No.
Okay. I actually liked him quite a bit. He was very different than Matt Smith. And I think why I liked it, I think why it worked, I mean, aside from him being a great actor, and I just really enjoyed that, I think they went for the uncomfortableness in the right way. Because they made him uncomfortable with Clara. They made Clara very uncomfortable with him. And they didn't just take one episode to have that happen. It was like, 7 episodes of really, uncomfortable. To the point that you thought she was going to leave.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, to the point she did leave after one. So.
Right, she did. And then when she came back, it was strange.
Yeah.
Even though, some people criticize how that happened. When she left, and then she came back and she was like, okay, I'm just going to forget that happened. They were like, oh, that happened too quick. But really, according to the time frame, it was weeks. She had time to get over it.
Right.
And to realize how much she enjoyed being with the doctor.
Yeah.
Well, that's what mini-sodes are for, but they didn't have one for that. So that would be the perfect spot for one. So.
Right. Now, did you hear the news that came out today?
Yesterday or today, yeah.
Yeah, so Clara is going to be on. Now, I didn't read the article, but Clara is back. She is not leaving. Did it say whether there was an issue there, or did they just finally make the announcement?
The way that they announced it, or the way it was led up to the announcement, was she didn't sign on and she wasn't sure, and then she changed her mind literally like a few days ago, and they literally have to rewrite the ending of the show. Or they shot alternate endings to make sure they were covered and then did it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because supposedly she was supposed to die of old age.
At the
Spoiler.
At the end of the Christmas
special.
One, right?
And now they have to rewrite it where she goes in walking with him. So I don't know what that means. I don't know.
Interesting.
That's all internet, That's
see, when I read that, I wasn't sure if that was real or if that was fanboy stuff. It sounds a little too easy. But then again, I mean, that's the way you get rid of a companion. And have we ever had a companion die of old age?
I don't think so.
We did have Amy,
But she didn't.
kind of.
Well,
Not
yeah,
die.
but
She
she
never
left and then
died.
died of old age. Which
Right.
I
We
can't
saw
think
her
of-
disappear. And
I
then,
only think one has died in. Right? Is it one? Who's
One-
died in
one
in-
companion?
In Adric is the only one, right? I think. I can't remember. I can't
I don't
remember. Off the top of
remember.
my head.
I don't know who
Well,
Edric
Rory
is.
died a lot of times.
Well,
that's
Yeah.
besides
does
the
anyone
point.
know, is there any other companion that's died?
In the series, as an active companion? I think Adric's the only one out of what?
50 years?
50 years.
I think that was 51 years now.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, we just actually had the 51st anniversary of Doctor Who, too. That's
And we
crazy.
didn't celebrate.
No, we didn't celebrate.
It doesn't seem like a year. It was I thought the episode was last week, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
so.
right.
Yeah.
Well, last year we went to
Did
see
you
the
have an
50th.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
But was he a companion? Ooh, let's play chess with that.
And I hate to say it, is he dead? Because he still is talking. So how does that mean he's dead?
Well, you know what? And at the very end of that episode, I hope we're not spoiling anything here. If we're spoiling, then you fail for not watching the last episode of Doctor Who. But Danny Pink, at the end of that, we see him fly up, and we assume that all the Cybermen blew up and they're all dead. But we don't know that.
Yeah.
We don't know that he's dead.
Well, he sends the boy back at the end of the episode.
Right.
So
Does he have to die in order
right.
for that to
Does
happen?
his consciousness, is it somewhere?
Oh, you're right.
Is he in the net? I mean, is he in the same
You're right,
classification
because-
as River Song?
Because the doctor was saying he can come back, and instead of him coming back, he let the kid that he killed come back.
Yes.
Interesting. Now, what happens to that kid? I mean,
don't know.
do you think they take him back to his family? Is he shacked up in Clara's house? What's up with that kid?
Well, I think that's the intention. Is he said you need to find his family?
Is he like Elian Gonzalez, and he's like hiding in the closet, and the Cybermen are going to come show up, and there's going to be this internet picture of the Cybermen taking him out of the closet?
Yeah.
I sure did.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
going
It's
Interstellar.
been 10 minutes. I'm looking for my first boo of the night.
Boo.
I was going to go Interstellar because is he Matthew McConaughey at the end of
I didn't
Spoiler.
see Interstellar.
Okay,
Spoiler.
sorry. Nope, spoiler alert.
That's okay. I don't remember anything anyway. So is he locked in a closet and
No,
Cybermen
it's
come?
about going by a black hole and time travel and
Okay.
time. What is it? Distillate. I can't think of the term, but it's like where
Timey-wimey.
Timey-wimey, where he doesn't age and everyone else ages. So because he goes by a black hole, which they explain in the trailer. So
Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
we
spoiler
said
alert.
after the fact.
yes, yeah. Sorry.
That's all right. So okay, so now we've shaken this out. We know that Danny Pink is dead because of what you said. So they're not going to have him come back unless there's some kind of time slip and whatever. Do you think that Clara's pregnant? Is that how we end up getting to Orson? Is his name Orson?
Orson, yeah. I think that's.
I thought I had a Mork and Mindy time slip there.
Right. Well, on her, and is it? And I can't remember what episode where you look at all the notes that she has.
Yeah.
She has a note that says 3 months on it. So what does that mean?
Oh, does she?
She does. Yes.
Oh, we didn't catch that.
But I thought she
3
was.
months
I thought she was
pregnant.
pregnant before. I thought that was the logical
Mom
way to
thought
do
that. My mother thought that.
Yeah, Martha thought
it. I
that.
think you thought. Oh, that she was
You
pregnant.
don't remember your own thought. Yeah.
Wow. So, do you think? Okay. So then, is she gonna? Oh, I get the biggest headache when I start talking about this. Do you think she's going to be pregnant on the show, or do you think they're going to go like it's 9 months later or whatever, and also she's holding a baby, and he's like, "Where'd that come from?" Do you think we're going to get one of those, or do you think they're
Yeah.
going to actually have her like? Pregnant women shouldn't ride in the TARDIS. They're going to have a sign up or something. What do you think?
Pretty much, yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because then there'll be Time Lords, and
Weird.
I don't know. I don't know how that'll work. I don't know if maybe they planned it to be when she left that was what happened, and now she's coming back, so maybe that's pushed off to the second half of the season. I don't know.
Yeah, because they're going to have to address it.
Yeah.
They can't just let this float out there.
Well, unless they bring him back, and maybe that's one of the things he does because he says, "I want to make this right." So does that mean he goes and brings Danny back?
Yeah. I just don't see it. I don't see him bringing somebody back from the dead. Even though he did that trick,
Right.
I don't see them going back in time and getting him from the
No.
dead, and then he has to play
Well-
at the Under the Sea dance.
Well,
and
but
then-
it goes into the whole.
Come on, there's a Back to the Future joke.
Sorry, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I got it too.
It just wasn't
Enchantment.
funny.
The
Thank you.
tuna under the sea wasn't it? I know it's Enchantment under the sea. But
Oh, it's Enchantment Under the Sea. I screwed it up.
it's okay. So does he in the movie. But I mean, you think about the river song and where does her consciousness go?
Right,
And into
right.
the library is where Danny's at the library, and the master just got a hold of it. I mean, or is it similar
Oh.
technology? And does that revert back to the beginning of season 7
Right.
and all of that? So
Because
I don't know.
yeah, and there's another question. So we finished this whole season. Did we have any references to River in this season? Because they can't just drop the whole River song thing.
No. I want to say there was a mention that he mentioned her in one of his diatribe
Did he
of the
mention
pudding
River
head.
song in this one, Molly?
No.
No?
Molly would know. Trust me. She's got her feelers out at all times.
Sure.
So I wonder when they bring, because they've got to bring River Song back, okay?
Oh yeah.
When they bring River Song, actually marries the Doctor at
She's
some point in his timeline. Are they going to have the same actress, or are they going to do something where, I mean,
Same actress.
different ages, different
They
timelines?
played. She's only had 3 regenerations that we know of because she was
Right. She was that girl.
She was the girl. Then she was
Melody. She was
Melody,
Melody.
and then
I got
she
one.
was Melody, and then she was River, and then as River she continued and used all her regenerations to save the Doctor.
Right.
And let's kill Hitler. So where does
Right.
that leave her? I think she doesn't have another body she can just pop into.
Maybe. But I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
You
I
know,
don't
and the other one that I've been wondering about, and I wait for every time, is Captain Jack, because they didn't resolve Captain Jack ever.
No.
They did have him do the other show, but he was such an important and great character on there.
Absolutely.
Do you think they're going to bring Captain Jack back at some point? I
No.
really do, and I think we're going to see him. I think this next season, okay, we're talking season 9. I think we're going to have a little bit more of that type of throwback stuff because we saw Atherton in this last
Right.
one. We've had some of that type of throwback stuff. If they can bring back Danny, can they bring back Osgood?
Right.
Yes.
Do you think they'll bring Osgood back?
We need them to bring back Osgood.
We do, don't they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because Osgood is awesome.
Uh-huh.
You stole Osgood's scarf. I see
I
it,
did.
Chris.
Sorry, I did. Absolutely.
Yeah, I loved Osgood, and I think she was short shrift on the whole thing because she only got 2 episodes. The 50th,
Right,
and
the 50th.
Then Missy kills her in this one. They don't need to bring everybody back over and over and over, but I think there's certain characters, like Jack wasn't killed, River wasn't killed. They need to come back. I think Danny was killed. I think Danny's got to be done.
Well, and I think Moffat definitely set the plate that River can come back, because River has always said, "I've seen you in many different faces."
Right.
Captain Jack, I don't know. I mean, even though he lives forever, could they throw in the face of Bo, or is that to Russell T Davies that he won't put it back in? I don't know.
Well, I don't know if they'll do anything more with Bo, but
Well, that's supposedly who Jack is, the
right,
face of Bo. So.
right. Well, because he says that I took a
Right.
modeling job and I became the face of
Right.
Bo. But I think they resolved Bo
Wait, how
unless
did-
they go and see him within a timeline.
Sure.
But Captain Jack himself, they could reapproach that character over and over.
Oh,
we
absolutely.
know he lives a long life. So I'm
Where-
waiting for Captain Jack to show back up.
How is Captain Jack the face of Bo?
He
He's-
became the face of Bo.
He's a human, and
Well,
isn't
you know,
the face of Bo?
Molly, you know Captain Jack can't die, right? Or he dies very slowly. He
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't
in
really
know
one of
that.
his
real
adventures,
slowly.
he ages really slowly. And so he was from the Beauchene Peninsula, and they called him the face of Bo. And so that's how they made him the face of Bo. And when he's old and at the end, they make him the face of Bo.
How weird is that? He just grows as he gets older. Instead of getting like withered and old, he just becomes a giant head.
Right, exactly. So.
It is happening.
Oh.
I started out with a big head, and now it's just getting
He's
worse
got
and
something.
worse. Yeah. Oh yeah. What about the man? Because the master came back. Missy
Right.
is the master. Spoiler again. I'm going to stop saying that because who cares? If you're getting spoiled, tough to you. So, how did the master come back? Either of you?
I've got thoughts. He always comes back, or she always comes back, so it doesn't.
Just like the
they just
Doctor.
do.
I think the
Doctor,
same
yes.
thing.
They just come back. So
I mean, think about the end of the Christmas episode last season. The Doctor is dead, basically. And then they give him extra lives. And now he's got 1 million extra lives or 2. We don't
Right.
know. I'm
Not
assuming
2.
millions.
It's millions.
I think the same thing with the Master. The Master is very wily. So I think that's what it was. I think we can see the Master die, and we don't know what happens off
and it's a
screen.
lie.
and
So
there
that's
is
my thought. What do you think?
Well, since he didn't want to regenerate at the end of season 3, he got resurrected in the next season and then died, closing the portal to the Time Lords through the earth to stop the end of the world. But I don't see how he.
Yeah, you don't see how he did it. Well, could it be that because we are dealing with time travel, we are dealing with everything being out of time, if we're talking, you know how we go, this is 11, and this is 10, and this is 12. We don't know how many generations of the Master there has been. Could that generation of the Master be the last generation, but the one that's Missy was another incarnation of the Master? Is it possible? True.
well,
True.
No, it's still time locked, isn't it?
No, let's say true.
True.
It could be.
didn't
I mean,
know
I
what to
don't.
say.
I wouldn't say that it's broken, but Gallifrey. I mean, he could have got other ones.
Yeah.
He always does. I mean, he's even stated on the show, and it's canon, that he's had other regeneration cycles, and he's stolen lives from other time lords to continue his life. So
So there you go.
I think that's there.
And we saw that it was like this gold dusty stuff that the Doctor inhaled and became and got the extra lives.
Right.
We don't know if the Master inhaled some of this stuff somewhere,
Sure.
and we just don't know. We could see them die. We could see the whole thing play out, and then we saw him regenerate off of a hand, didn't we, the Doctor?
Yes.
So why couldn't there be like a fingernail from the Master out there? Under my couch, I'm regenerating right now.
Yeah.
Oh, my fingertip.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what? I'd love to show you my fingertip if everybody could just close your eyes for a second. I've got something to show my wife. So, okay. Molly, I got a trivia question for you. I'm going to ask Molly this one. What did... I want you to finish this quote. What did that Missy said? Did I mention... What did she say? Did I mention... What did she call herself?
I forgot.
Oh, anyone else got it? No, it's not because it was so important what she said. Anybody got it? No. Bananas. Because she was crazy. Remember? She goes, he's like, why did you do this? And she goes, did I mention bananas? Well, I thought it was a good question. It's one of the only ones I got right.
Here. Let's do more trivia questions.
You want to do another trivia question? Okay.
I get to choose. How does Gretchen Allison Carlisle die?
Ooh, that's a good one. How does Gretchen Allison Carlisle die? Does anyone remember even who Gretchen Allison Carlisle was? This is all 8th season we're talking about. Anybody? 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 As soon as we say what it is, you're going to be like, oh, I know who it is. They name-checked her a bunch of times in it, and she was important at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
You want to say what it is?
Vaporized by a Dalek antibody.
So she was the one, remember she was vaporized by the antibody when they were inside the Dalek. How do you say it? I always get it wrong. And then at the end, Missy greeted her in the Promised Land. That's why she was important, why people might remember the name. Yes, she was a soldier. Yes. All right.
I know.
What? You got another one? Go ahead. That was the Inside the Dalek. Or Dalek.
Into the Dalek.
I get it wrong every time.
Into the Dalek. What is the object that Cybra wants most of all?
Okay, I don't even know what this is.
I don't know what it is.
What is the object that Cybra wants most of all? Any ideas? Okay, when I took the quiz, it told you like what percentage got it right. I got it wrong. I still don't know what it is. It was like 95% got it right. So, yes, it is a gene suppressant. Any idea what that is?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Which shapeshifter? Oh!
Yes.
That's who it is. Yeah, I like that one. That one was kind of like, that was an interesting episode because it was so different than what they normally do. I like that idea of them doing this like Ocean's 11 type thing with the doctor. That was really cool.
It was good. So.
And I love the answers we got in that with the phone ringing, and then we find out who it actually was.
Right.
Because we all had assumptions, and it was one of those things that kind of passed by. You never talked about it. Then you see this, and you're like, why is it ringing again? Now we know.
Exactly.
So that's who that is. That's I still forgot her name, Cybra.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, give him one more.
What was Osgood wearing when Unit arrived to arrest Missy?
Come on, somebody's going to get this one fast.
Correct.
Bow tie. So Osgood, we saw her in the scarf in the 50th. Then we saw her in the bow tie, which of course she said. And they are.
Okay.
I was reading about the outfit, though. I guess there was a lot of stuff going on. We all saw the bow tie, but it was supposed to be a mishmash. I guess she had celery in her pocket. I didn't see that. Did you see that?
I saw that.
I didn't see that.
Celery was in her pocket. It said that she had I think she had the sand shoes on.
Yeah, she was wearing,
Okay, I didn't catch that. I was so focused on the bow tie, but I guess it was just like there was a reference to every doctor in what she was wearing. Now, I want to talk about her because we have a theory about Osgood. Who is she?
The doctor's daughter.
Did you hear what she said? Say it again.
Our theory is that she is the doctor's daughter.
I am convinced, although I hated that they killed her. Here, I'm going to say it. I kept saying, don't bring anybody back. Bring Osgood back. Okay? If they bring Danny back, they can bring Osgood back.
Sure, absolutely.
I don't think Osgood's dead. But we think that Osgood is the doctor's daughter, or one of the incarnations of the doctor, which is why she is privy to those things, like the scarf and all that.
Sure.
She's got the DNA, and she's kind of a mishmash of those. Because some people were saying she's a doctor much later, but she's not a doctor.
No.
No.
She's not, but she could be his daughter. Do you put any stock in that?
But if she's his daughter, then she would be a Time Lord. She didn't die.
Right. Well, she was vaporized. Could she regenerate from being vaporized? She could if we follow your lead when the Master was, right? So her particles could regenerate. That might be the answer.
Or is
she
she
may
the
pop up
Zygon?
at some point, and then it's like, why is she here?
Right.
Because she's got Time Lord DNA. Ooh. Where's the other doctor's daughter? I liked her, the one that's married to David Tennant.
What?
Where's she at in real life?
Jenny?
Jenny, is that her name?
Oh,
She's one of the
she's
doctors.
in something with Arthur Darvill. I mean, she's supposedly in something. That's what I saw online. So
Okay, so
Georgia
she's-
Moffat, yeah, she's doing something.
So, okay, do you think she's going to show back up at some point? I hope so.
That would be a good another story, but I don't know if they would do that. So.
Okay, I'll tell you why I think that she's his daughter. Because in the 50th, when they were in the elevator and the Zygon trapped Osgood, he says to her, the other one is prettier.
Uh-huh.
Why would he say that to this random person unless there's another one, the other one being the other daughter, who's the blonde Jenny. Jenny, did I get it right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So that makes sense to me. Am I crazy?
No.
But you may be right about this. So
I'm living a Billy Joel song right now. I may be right, but I may be crazy. Okay. Do you guys have anything more about this episode you want to talk out?
about the final
Or
episode.
about this season, I guess.
No, I think it was, to sum up, there were a lot of people that were against it or were against Peter Capaldi, and I think they addressed it right away, making him likable,
Right.
even though he's different. And then he did a great job of running with it through the episodes, and I thought he did a great job. So
Okay, let's take a quick poll. Clap if you like Peter Capaldi, if you think he's a good doctor. Okay, clap if you don't think he's a good doctor. Ooh, crickets. So, you know what? I'm with you, too. I love Peter Capaldi. I thought he was awesome. And, it is hard when you transition. And we've talked about this before. Your first doctor, the one that you start watching and you get trapped in and you're like, God, he's so awesome. When they regenerate, it's really hard to go to that next one. But like Chris and I have talked about, we've been through multiple generations at this point. It's never fun. No. But I haven't had one I haven't liked. Although I wasn't crazy about the clown outfit. But other than that,
What clown outfit?
the one that has the cane that looks like a question mark, and
Oh,
he has
yeah.
the clowny clown outfit, and
see, I liked his better than I liked Colin Baker's. I like that way better than Colin Baker's.
which one was
outfit.
Colin Baker?
The one with the rainbow colored.
Yeah,
That
rough.
was not my favorite. I mean, even though he was a very, very good doctor.
That might have been
in
the worst
retrospect,
outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the worst outfit. So
I didn't like the celery because I frankly don't like celery very much.
I
So when he
love
had the celery
celery.
stalk, I always thought, ew.
yeah, but there was a lot of build up for
love
him, and he
celery.
was.
Wouldn't that get gross and mushy? You know how
Sure.
celery gets like all white and gross? Wouldn't that be
No.
like, bleh?
It would be, but yeah.
See, you know what?
He has
Fail.
an
But it was
endless
the
supply
80s,
of
so what the
celery.
heck? So
Yeah, hey, remember the 80s?
Yes.
I hardly do. What were you going to say, Mal?
He probably has an endless supply of celery.
He probably does have an
Yes.
endless supply.
And it's either an endless supply or it's plastic
Oh, you think it's plastic?
or metal.
Or metal? It's very metal. Yeah.
Because it's cool.
Because it's cool. It's metal, so it's cool.
is that your heavy metal band, Celery Stock?
All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap up Coo Coo For Who. I think
Sounds
this was
good.
great. Thank you for listening, everybody. I hope you enjoyed Coo Coo For Who. We have more shows coming up in a few moments. So thank you very much. For Coo Coo For Who, I'm Rob Southgate.
Chris Mao.
And our
Molly
regular
Southgate.
host.
Molly Southgate.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Yay!
Before we close it out, I do want to say we do have a sponsor, and I want to mention the Martini Bar right here in Elgin is a sponsor of our shows. They are across the street, so once this podcast thing is over, continue the party right down the street. In fact, being Black Friday weekend, is that officially like a holiday now, Black Friday weekend? They are featuring the Black Martini. So, those of you that are over 21 might want, as John would call it, a daddy pop. So, all right, that's it. We will be back in a few minutes with the next part of the show. Thanks a lot, everybody. Get some coffee, get some food.